I recently did a post on what you should know about your insurance and got some great feedback on it. So thank you. Wanted to dive into that series. So here we go. Today I want to talk about, and I've done a little bit of this in this channel before, but I kind of want to dive in a bit more. Today, let's talk about claims. The difficulty with claims is that, rightfully so, we often hear things like, isn't that why I have insurance? When people ask about turning in claims, things come up like, I had some small fence damage from a windstorm, that sort of thing. And then in those situations, unfortunately, we are a bit in the middle and need to advise clients to don't turn that in. And the response we often hear is, wait a minute, isn't that why I buy insurance, is to turn in claims? Yes and no. So here's the reality, and I don't make these rules, but I'm telling you, this is what is costing you more money about insurance. There are some folks out there who treat insurance more like a maintenance policy and who treat insurance more like a bank account where, hey, I had a small fence thing and I've been paying in on this insurance policy for 2 years, they owe it to me. This feeling that an insurance company owes something to you is what gets us in trouble. And what I mean by that is this. Let's say you're paying $2,000 a year to insure your home, and year over year, you're paying the $2,000 in. But your home is actually insured for $500,000. So in the event of a total and or a significant loss, you can see that the math on the $2,000 a year you pay in isn't going to touch the $500,000 they are going to pay out. And they're doing this for, thousands, hundreds of thousands of homes and properties and these sorts of things. So this is where the difficulty becomes. When you put money into paying premiums, it isn't a bank account. They don't want you to draw on that unless you have no other financial choice. Meaning, small windstorm comes through, knocks down a bit of your fence, it's a couple thousand, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you have $1,000 deductible, $2,000 deductible, whatever it might be. And you're thinking, well, I at least can get out of them the difference, right? Let's say it's a $5,000 fence damage situation. Let's say you have a $1,000 deductible. So you're thinking, well, I'm going to get my $4,000 out of them. I'd ask you to pause, consider this. Unfortunately, that isn't how an insurance company is going to look at it. And what we're seeing more and more, especially with all the drama in the insurance industry these days, what we're seeing more and more is people being just non-renewed and canceled over one small claim. One small. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's what I think they should do, but I can assure you they don't care what any of us agents think they should do. They care about their metrics. They care about math that they have to support, which in part is regulatory, and there's a lot of other factors that go into how they determine rate. Definitely a conversation for a different day. But the bottom line is, when you do that, you risk them canceling you for that $4,000 payout that you received. And if that happens, now you're potentially into a situation where instead of paying, say, $2,000 a year for your home insurance, now maybe you're paying $4 or $5 per year for a policy that might not even be as good. So you really have to be mindful of these things. I'm not saying you need to like it, because we don't like telling our clients that. I'm saying this is the reality. The reality here is, if you choose to turn in small claims, the likelihood that you end up paying higher premiums for a longer period of time is pretty high. And really, what insurance companies think insurance should be used for, and I do agree with this part, is financially catastrophic loss. That's what it should be used for. You have some huge incident happen at your house that you cannot possibly financially manage, find different qualified methods of repair, those sorts of things, then yes, that is when you would want to use your insurance. And in my opinion, you would always want to call your agent and have a conversation about that, right? Folks in claims will tell you they're happy to pay out claims. Well, that's what their job is to pay out claims. They're not the same folks who determine if you're going to be offered renewal or not. So when you talk to claims people, their job is to tell you that will the policy technically cover it or not. And in many cases, the answer can be yes, it will cover it, but yet what they're not going into is the potential downside for you. I've had this happen in my own household. I don't need to go into the explanations, but I just wanted you to understand that I'm not telling you anything different that I don't practice myself with my own home and vehicle insurance, and that we don't guide our own clients. These are things to consider. These are things that drive the rates up. The more people that turn in these small claims also drives the rates up for everybody. But that's a story for another day. So thanks so much for stopping by.